Hello everyone, so today I've decided to inflict a lot of pain and suffering upon myself. As you can see on my quick bars, I don't have any keybinds. So basically this is a challenge I set myself to try to complete a war zone without any single keybind. This was a complete disaster, as you'll see. I have newfound respect for everyone that doesn't keybind and that is a clicker in this game. I seriously don't know how you do it. So, as you can see in this video, in the gameplay in the background, I'm not very good. I'm not doing very well. I seem to have trouble using my abilities. And the biggest problem with clicking, as I'm doing right in the background of this video, is that I can't move my camera. Like, the only way I can move my camera is by moving my character. And that's a huge issue, because my awareness is terrible. Like, really, really, really bad.
Rockworms have the ball. Rockworms are hungry for the win. Neutral ball. Who's gonna go for it first?
And my reaction time, the same. Like, I didn't know that person was there. I didn't know that was like leaping to that sorcerer on the pipe up there. That was terrible. And you can see like I'm struggling to use abilities, and that sorcerer must have been laughing, thinking, "What the fuck is the Marauder doing, attacking me? Like, I'm a sorcerer." But no, I don't manage to kill him. He popped his bubble. And so here the game lagged. It happens from time to time. I think it's because I'm using Shadowplay to record, so my gameplay, so it's not the smoothest. And here I go into stealth. I pop predation. I try to look for a healing node, but there's none, so I die. So, all in all, it wasn't that bad. Like, I got used to clicking, but still, it was pretty bad. So let's go into detail on why you should keybind. So the main benefits of keybinding, in my opinion, is simply that when you keybind, you have much faster reaction skills. Because you don't have to look down at your quick bar and see and move your mouse to that place and then click. You can just press a button on your keyboard and you know where the button is on your keyboard. So reaction times are much quicker when you keybind. And personally, I think that keybinding is the single best thing you can do as an MMO player to make yourself better at the game. Literally. It's the single best way, because when you keybind, you increase your reaction times, but also you increase your situational awareness, because you're not constantly looking down at your quick bars looking, oh, this ability is off cooldown, or oh, this ability, I must use this ability. So it's much, much better to keybind.
That's all for now, folks. If you're watching from home, be sure to stay tuned for Mysteries of Galactic Science with special host Fizz Burba.
So that was that Warzone. The team completely won without me doing anything because I'm a lazy bugger, and also I was way too concentrated on trying to kill people, and that's very difficult without any keybinds. So here you can see that in this clip I have all my keybinds, and I'm gonna show you what you can do once you keybind. So by no means do I consider myself an amazing player. Especially in PvP, I'm not that great, especially since I'm using the Marauder, and Marauder in PvP is one of the worst classes, unless you have a healer on your team. But, I consider myself to be not that bad at the game, and you can see that the main advantage is certainly in this spec is that you can use abilities that are not on the general cooldown, while at the same time as you use abilities that are on the general cooldown. So, for example, when you're clicking, you have to click on your ferocity and then click on Devastating Blast if you're a Marauder in Carnage spec, when you're as I just did there, though that was reflected because it's a Guardian and Guardians are horrible with their saber reflex. But yeah, as you can see that I'm pressing C and then pressing 5 immediately and then Q, which does Ferocity, Devastating Blast, and Dispatch. Wait, Vicious Throw, that's the name of the ability. But yeah, don't judge me too hard. I'm not very good in PvP, but look at that burst of the Carnage. Oh, that's beautiful. Carnage spec is one of the most fun. Carnage spec is definitely one of the most fun specs in the game to play, especially if you can master it. But beware, it is terrible when you don't keybind. I think clicking is fine if you are a ranged class and you cast your abilities. But if you're a melee, in my opinion, clicking is horrible. You need to learn how to keybind. So there I died to that commando. I hate commandos, and their survivability is enormous. I don't understand why their survivability is that good for commandos. Like, you think you're about to burst them, and then boom, they're back to 100% health when they're soloing. I really need to level up a commando and try to understand how all their survivability works, because I really don't understand how it's possible for them to be so good, especially in PvP. But yeah, Carnage Marauder is a lot of fun to play. You just burst the people down like crazy. Plus, you have not such bad range, as you can see. Like that gunslinger rooted me, but I still managed to kill him from far away. We're gonna lose this game because I was not at all concentrating on the objectives. I was just trying to dish out damage. And on top of that, my team is not very good. And the Republic team is pretty good right now. And here I get the hut ball, and then I'm like, fuck, no, I don't want the hut ball. I despise holding the hut ball, especially in PvP. And I actually accidentally throw it there. I didn't mean to throw it. So, yeah, sorry team. And then I'm back to the commandos. Oh, commandos, I hate commandos. I don't think I managed to kill him. Actually, I think he kills me. Yeah, he kills me. Such a shame. But oh well. So yeah guys, that's why I recommend keybinding and not clicking in SWTOR, especially if you're a melee class.